Italian herb and cheese sandwich buns. Heading to the beach tomorrow, and I picture some perfect beach sandwiches, so let's make the buns. We're gonna add 1 cup and 3/4 of a cup of warm water to a bowl. This is just the focaccia dough recipe that I have been using to make my sub buns. It's absolutely perfect and they're so delicious. We're gonna add 2 teaspoons of yeast, and I'm using the quick rise. Adding in maybe a tablespoon of honey. If you don't want to use honey, you can always just use like a teaspoon or so of granulated sugar. About a tablespoon of olive oil. Giving it a really good whisk. I'm just using all-purpose flour. If you have bread flour, you can absolutely use that. And I'm going to add a cup to start. We're gonna slowly add in the flour until we get the perfect dough consistency. So that was 1 cup, now 2 cups. I feel like the whisk is gonna be a lot easier for this. Probably not now that I add even more flour, it'll just stick to the whisk, but here's our 3rd cup. And I'm just gonna use this little spatula to mix this one in. So that was 3 cups of flour, and I think that's perfect. You actually want this dough to be quite sticky because it is a focaccia bread recipe, but it's scraping from the bowl just fine. I think 3 cups was perfect. We're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna cover it and let it sit for about 15 minutes. I got super distracted by watching a movie. I'm watching the movie The Ringer. It's so funny. I absolutely love it. I've wet my hands. I'm just gonna pull the dough from the edges. And we're gonna do a set of stretch and folds. It is kind of sticky. I feel like I should have used a little bit more flour, but we're just gonna pull aside like this and over. We're gonna do it 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. All right, I'm gonna cover it and we're gonna let it do a rest for 15 minutes. I'll set a timer this time. All right, it's been 15 minutes. My hands are wet again, and we're gonna do 1 more set of stretch and folds. Now we're gonna cover it and we're gonna let it rest for at least an hour. So this is how it looks right now. It's been an hour and I'm afraid I probably should have used saran wrap. I have a very large cookie tray that I just lined with some parchment paper, and I'm gonna olive oil it. Just kind of spread it around, and now I'm gonna dump the dough onto it. I'll try. Come on, come on, come on. It's so jiggly, I love it. Just gonna wet my hands and spread it out. And like, I don't know, do some folds. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna use another piece of parchment paper, and I'm gonna let it do another rest. Our dough is ready for us to cut up, so we're gonna make the Italian herb topping that goes on top of the buns. I'm just using some Italian seasoning, some grated Parmesan cheese. I'm in my Kinder's era right now, so I'm using some of the caramelized onion butter as well. Just gonna combine all those flavors together. I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees as well. Bringing back the dough. All right, now I'm going to stretch out my dough into the size I want. So fluffy. Taking the Italian herb and cheese, we're gonna spread it all over. think I made way too much. Last time I cut them just into like long sub buns, but I think I'm gonna go with more like a sandwich bun this time. So I'm gonna cut it in half. And then I'm gonna cut them like this. So I'm gonna probably make them, maybe I should do 8. Never made them even. Yeah, let's go with 8. I'm just gonna try to give them some like personal space now. I'm gonna add some extra cheese on top as well. Into the oven, 400 degrees. They just came out and look at them. They're still extremely hot, so I won't cut one open right now, but these are gonna be perfect. Let's cut it open. Hopefully it's cooked all the way through. These are gonna make the best sandwiches.